Okay, so we have begun the wonderful mystical voyage of Devil May Cry 2. Look at Dante's big HD face up in your face. Isn't that wonderful?
Ooh, scenes of explicit violence and gore.
I love that warning. I'm not gonna lie. When you saw that warning in front of a Capcom game, you know you were in for a good time. You knew it. But not Devil May Cry 2, as we did not know. It was one of the most anticipated games, like, back in the day. Like, everyone was so jazzed as shit for Devil May Cry 2. We're gonna be playing as Dante and not Lucia. What the hell, Nobunaga's in this game. And it's gonna be an experience that we're gonna go into fresh. We're not gonna judge it. We're not gonna bash it. We're just gonna go in and see what it's like. So right now, my impression is that I don't know anything about Devil May Cry 2. My brain is empty. My mind is clean. His hair looks cool. That's a positive. Why is she an angel? Anyway, let's watch the rest of this, which I am slightly impressed by. Dante animates a lot better, at least. There's a big monkey bear. Buildings. Alright, so from that intro, this looks to be the best game ever. Really looking forward to this. 9 out of 10, definitely.
It's 10 out of 10!
Yeah, it's gotta be 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Start button.
Sorry, I had to throw a little homage in there. Not a ripoff.
An homage. An homage.
Oh shit, I don't want to load again. I have nothing. See if we got any sound options here. Vibration, brightness.
Turn the... Well, considering how goddamn not bright the first Devil May Cry was, I mean, I could try to change it in post.
Whatever. I just want to see if there were sound or subtitle options.
Yeah, if you guys didn't realize, the sound design in this port, like the Devil May Cry HD port, was really bad. Let me just say something. Dante's design in Devil May Cry 2 is probably the best out of all of them.
Yes.
He looks fucking awesome. But from what I remember, the rest of the game just isn't. Like, there's a lot of good art stuff, like the logo.
Humanity's hope lived in a demon named Sparda. With a spirit unlike any other, and wielding the sword that bore his own name, Sparda eradicated the demons.
Cutting up birds. They're birds with, like, people faces.
And now, the legend of Sparda has been inherited by his son. A demon slayer, Dante.
Well, at least Devil May Cry 2 is running at 60 frames.
Not that they can tell that.
Hey, you guys can't tell this at all. YouTube runs at 30 maximum. But it looks smooth. It looks slick. Damn it, Dante looks cool as fuck in this game, dude.
You called?
Till next time, son of Sparda.
Oh, that's right, she has this crazy, like, French accent. I didn't know if I liked it because it sounded fake French.
Yeah.
It sounded like super, super forced.
Probably was.
I won't be surprised. I think that's one thing that bugged me about her.
I know that our buddy Mike was designing a Devil May Cry costume, or Dante costume, I should say.
Yeah.
And he was deciding on which one we should do.
Fucking 2. It's like the easiest and it looks the best.
He called me and he's like, you know what? I'm going to go with 2.
Yeah.
And he's like, 2 is the best looking. I'm like, yes, it is.
It's probably the easiest to make, and it
He's
looks
like,
the best.
She's like 2, and then 1, and then 4, and then 3.
Yeah, 4 he turned into like a cowboy outfit.
Yeah, which isn't bad. It's just a little off or different. I know you kind of hate cowboy shit, but
Not as much a problem with cowboy shit. I didn't
like
mind his-
you didn't like it when they made Ken a cowboy in like Street Fighter 4. I remember that.
Oh, I just
That
didn't
looks
like.
dumb.
Well, I just didn't like that. That is, yeah. I thought they could have done something much cooler than make Ken a fucking cowboy.
Okay, so what was roll? Okay.
Well, looks like the mobility's a lot easier in this one. Yeah, they did improve the controls. They improved the combat, from what I remember. But the first screen, like, just stop. Just don't move for a sec. What we're looking at is
I'll get these. Let me get this first.
big fucking brown building.
I mean, come on. To be fair, though, there was like it was brown at the beginning of the first game, but
Well, it was, but there was a stark contrast between, the colors. I don't know. It's just for being the very first thing you see, it's a little weird. I will say, his hair whipping around and shit looks pretty damn cool.
it's funny too. This time, like, you don't need to hold down R to shoot the guns now. Guns just shoot.
Well, there is a lock on, right? If you press R, what is
Now
it?
he does this if you hold down R. Otherwise, like, I don't know what the deal is.
Yeah, like Dante animates pretty damn good. And if I'm correct, this is actually the
Double jump is
final.
unlocked.
This is the final iteration of the Devil May Cry series. Like, this is the last
Timeline wise,
one,
yeah, it takes place
time-wise.
like way after 1. Apparently,
It goes like 1, 4, or 3,
3, 1.
1, 4, 2.
yeah.
Which is weird to think that Devil May Cry 4 happens right after 1.
Yeah. Well, they knew the reception of this game was pretty bad, and honestly, the ending's a little weird, anyways. A little vague and kind of like a weird, just a bit of a downer. I know I'm spoiling the ending again already in the first video, but like,
I remember what the last boss is in this game and the final areas. I do
Yeah.
not remember the ending. I don't think it was significant enough to remember.
yeah, it's really not. And the weird thing is, it feels very removed from the other games because, like, 3 was a prequel. So, you didn't really have a lot of connections, but it was all about Virgil. So you got to see Virgil before he became, Mundus' slave or what have you.
Yeah, you swinging that sword around. It's pretty cool looking. It's a lot different. Like, Dante doesn't swing the sword around with as much gusto as he did in the previous game.
A lot of the moves are available at the start. Uppercut, stinger,
What we're gonna have to buy.
that shit.
And guns are ridiculously powerful in this game.
People have, enemies have life bars that you can see now.
And you can actually
Yeah.
see the lock-on thing. So there's a lot of, from first glance, there's a lot of dramatic changes to some of the system. But as you can tell, the first locale definitely is not interesting.
Yeah.
Not yet. The big brown town.
Kind of looks like House of the Dead 2 right here.
It does. It looks like a real... Yeah. It does look like House of the Dead 2, actually.
But yeah, I was saying, so Devil May Cry 3, it's all about Virgil before Virgil became, the little shadow dude in this first game. Okay, cool, so big connection there. Devil May Cry 4, has Trish and Lady in it, so, there's still a lot of connection between the two. And this game kind of just exists in its own little plane of reality. There's nothing connecting this game to the other ones.
I think this game is related to the Gap. Remember that? He was Dante had his own fucking Gap clothes in Japan or some shit like that.
Really?
Yeah, you can buy Dante jeans. I forget if it was
It's
Gap.
weird. There's actually been clothing lines for a lot of their games, going back to... Oh, I don't know if it started. I don't know. I know Resident Evil 4 started with you could buy Leon's jacket, and there was a Leon brand cologne for
That was
a lot of
awesome
fucking
looking. Holy
money.
shit.
The jacket was $500.
So wait a minute, when you double jump in the air in an opposite direction, does this
Yeah, it does a. I'll show you.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome looking. I'm not gonna lie. When you do it in a different direction, he does this really neat looking side flip. Yeah, that.
Side flip.
Pretty badass looking. Like it comes to like Capcom of early 2000s, late 90s, like the art was nothing to be fucking trifled with. Like the art department of Capcom was just like, it's like the best of game design at the time. Except the person who designed the stages.
Which is kind of all important to someone like me.
Yeah. I mean, I look at the character most of the time, but, you know, having your character interact with things is pretty freaking important. Holy shit! Fucking Jesus Christ, this game's awesome at times! Fucking look at this shit, dude! Like, how could this game not be amazing? Straight up Matrix shit, back when the Matrix was super hot. That was fucking awesome! Do some of that stuff in combat. And I think the biggest bummer about it is that all these fucking awesome moves, all this badass stuff, you never really... That was amazing.
Well, it doesn't really have any, like, big gameplay purpose.
No gameplay purpose. It's just fucking awesome because there's a couple of things in this game that are ridiculously powerful, like the guns, that just beat everything else. There's like no need to use this stuff from what I remember. And it's really, really, really unfortunate because this shit is awesome. I remember feeling this like when I first fired this game up, I was like, this game, I don't know, it's Devil May Cry. Dante looks fucking badass, you know? However, you do all these cool moves and stuff. The stage is kind of a bum, but look at all these fucking moves you can do! Holy shit! You know, it's amazing. But, I don't know, I think we should just keep playing until we can actually start to see some examples of what we're talking about. So right now we sound crazy and this game looks fucking awesome.
Not really, though, because you can already kind of see the seeds of doubt that are being planted in, because, like, combat's, like, ridiculously easy. The enemies basically stand there and take it.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember even the first guys at the beginning of the DMC playthrough were kind of, like, beating the shit out of us. And then you figured out how to fight them, you know? I mean, that was kind of the fun thing about what made Devil May Cry 1 such a good action game. Is that what happened a lot in the first playthrough? Is that lose to a boss, maybe lose one more time, and then you figure out the pattern. You learn. And then you don't win via some random crazy thing. You win because you understand now. You develop muscle memory and you figured it out. Which I think is the fucking perfect way to do an action game. You feel better. You feel like you've done something. You've accomplished it. That guy just died. This looks really cool. I mean, it looks really cool. I would like to see another Devil May Cry with this Dante in it. And all this shit, but just like a good game.
Well, you know what you could play? Shin Megami Tensei 2.
Oh, I know, he's the character in the game.
And it's this Dante.
I know.
But with more traditional Dante personality.
But isn't he just like a boss character?
No. You can get. Well, you do have to fight him, but yeah, he can join your party. And you can use him as a playable character.
Shin Megami Tensei is similar to the Persona games, whereas it is a Persona game.
It's part of the Shin Megami Tensei series.
Of the series.
The Megami Tensei. It would. Okay, I'm not going to spend all video trying to explain that one to you. Let's just put it this way. There's a series of games in Japan dating back to like Nintendo era with this Megami Tensei title or
good enough.
In this sort of franchise universe, what have you. There's a lot of them. And there's like it's like a universe with different series within it. Like Persona is one of the series, and Shin Megami Tensei is another series.
There was a kind of a good example. Like the game had to show you to go up there. I think you could have figured that out. Like
yeah, that orb is right there.
Yeah, like the game made a specific statement to show you that you need to go up here. It's like I kind of get it. It's right there. Oh God. Oh God, Jesus God. Oh, and there's a fuckload of bosses in this game. Like a fuckload of bosses in this game.
I wouldn't really call these bosses.
No, this isn't a boss, but I mean just like... There's a fuckload of weird-ass random bosses in this game. That have no relation. Like if you actually just
see that where he's shooting
pressing,
over his head?
Yeah, that's when you move the stick in the other direction. Like I said, dude, there's some badass stuff they did with Dante. And everything else. So sad. Like even seeing like Dante jump off the walls and do this stuff, like even nowadays, this looks really fucking cool. But all of this shit is in Bayonetta. Like even the wall running, the aiming, different angles with the guns. Almost everything we're doing in here is actually in Bayonetta. I just realized that. Or does Bayonetta have wall running?
I'm pretty sure it does.
It does definitely in some cutscenes. And I remember eventually, because I was just tired of seeing Dante shoot shit, that I would just use the sword, you know, use other stuff.
As you can see, you're like, bring him up for the camera, boys.
Yeah, you're right. That was fucking X button, the video game.
Yeah, I don't even need to try to do anything. You don't unlock an Iron Bear door. Duh, 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 duh.
I think it's the door to your left.
Gotta be this thing.
Yeah.
You have used the key.
Somebody said the other day...
That's why you don't even click on doors, you just go through them.
Somebody said the other day on one of the videos, I think, that Devil May Cry 3 was on PC.
Yes, it was.
I had no fucking idea. They were saying how god-awful it is.
It was done by the same, Chinese porting studio that did RE4 on PC. It came out at the same time.
Interesting.
Yeah.
They said it was god-awful.
Oh, it is god-awful.
Like, runs not even at 60. God-awful.
You could probably make it run at 60 with mods and shit.
Well, yeah, with a ton of fucking work. See, I like this. I mean, like, the camera angles and stuff I think are much better placed. Like, we're not running into the crazy shit that was in the first game where, because of the static camera angles, you'd get these flips. Oh my god, just juggle this guy into oblivion. You'd get these flips of the camera, you know? And they'd be freaking like, oh my god, where am I? Type moments. Like Resident Evil-ish moments. And this one, that's not really happening because they've kind of gotten rid of that. There's some smart stuff that's actually in this game. It's just that a couple of the real key parts...
It was like everything that's really important to making the game good,
like all the
gone.
fluff that is really important as well, but like it's like 25% of the 75%.
I was like, yeah, they fixed the fluff, but they didn't. But they forgot about
fucking actual game.
Yeah.
It's like they might have spent way too much time trying to figure all that stuff out.
Oh god, these textures are terrible.
Yeah, the whole game just looks like this so far, you know? Everything's this brown city. Well, Dante's face is surprisingly high poly.
Jeez. This is like ungodly compressed, but it's widescreen.
This is like 240p on YouTube. That's kind of a weird sequence of events. We need to not be here anymore. Let's have the building explode. Let's do one. Well, that was chapter 1.
I did save it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Dante's outfit is cool. It's like kind of got these subtle hints of like a priest outfit, but like kind of the polar opposite. Look at that ass. That's all I could think at that
Where's
moment.
Mathieu? Mathieu? Mathieu?
Good grief. They really made a big mess, didn't they? It sure took him a while to find this place. Oh, you have arrived, son of Sparta.
I think that's the merchant from Resident Evil 4, but really old.
It's his mother.
Yep.
You knew him?
Oh, yes. We are the guardians of this land, Vidumali. Our clan once fought against the demons with Sparta, son of Sparta. We must ask this favor of you. You see, there's a man who's transformed our land into a demon's paradise. His name is Arius. And although he is the president of an international public corporation, he uses the demon power. Please deal with Arius and his master for us.
So Dante's got to become a businessman.
Looks like it's your lucky day.
Wonderful. I am very pleased.
And he's got to get a corporate merger going.
To a harbor. If you are
Gonna force Camilla out of his position.
Tell you a story about your father, son of Sparta.
I don't really think he wanted to do a Devil May Cry after the first one anyways, because he kind of the whole reason Platinum exists is to get away from being stuck into sequels.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, that was it. Is that your guns are already powerful, and you can make your guns more powerful. I remember this now. Remember leveling up the handguns over everything and just blasting through the freaking game.
10,000, Jesus.
We got 3,000 in one level, and yeah. But we didn't have anything to buy shit for shit at the beginning of Devil May Cry 1. Randomly in a tomb. Beat it up.
Okay.
It's weird when you backseat game how that stuff just you see it more. It's really funny when you backseat game. It's like
Well, I'm used to. See, I come
Punch
from the land of Zelda, where we solve puzzles and shit, where we don't just like bash everything.
Hey man, and I was saying, and you were saying the exact opposite to me when it was happening on Devil May Cry 1. You're just like, just hit it. I'm like, oh. The land of Zelda, a mystical place born in the 80s.
Yeah.
And see, once again, we have an area that kind of just looks the same. Like the exact same as the beginning, you know what I mean?
It's like darker
brown.
vaguely purplish here.
The water is... I would have made the water green, just for color contrast, personally.
Whatever I'm gonna do with that.
Oh, it's a beat stone. Gotta beat it off until it
What
stops
is the
giving you
million
juice.
stab?
1, 2, wait, and then 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. 1, 2, wait. Maybe 1, 2, 3, wait. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. It's
I
definitely
don't know if he even has it.
1, 2, wait. Let me try it really quick. Really quick.
Alright, is it?
No, I think you have to learn it. He's
Yeah,
not stopping.
Okay.
I remember DMC2 being kind of long as well.
Maybe it just felt long.
You know what? That probably is it. Yeah, I think Dante's mobility, as far as him moving around and jumping and shit, is one of the coolest of all of them in this one. Like, it looks really cool to see him do, like, cartwheels and stuff and jumping off walls. All this shit. Look at this shit. Look at this shit.